So the guided practice, starting with, and again, this is bell work, I'm going to write it up. Guided practice says, what allows you to say that if this is what you're given, then we are also able to do this and still be correct. Why is that? Xander, go. Yep. Yep. The associative property says that we can regroup for our convenience. Okay, that's the best way I can kind of explain it. The associative property allows us to do that. Number 2 says, how are commutative and associative helpful when you have 5 by 17 by 2? Now I will say that probably most of you would do it kind of in one swoosh. David, how would you make commuting and associating work towards your advantage here? Yep, that's what I always do too. But if I break it down, which it doesn't matter the way you do it. If I do this, I've commuted, but the order of operations would mean 17 times 5. Your way is exactly right, but I'm just trying to describe it using both steps. Now I can associate. Okay, what David said is right too. You can move the 2 next to the 5, but then I can't explain both pieces. Mental math. Evaluate and justify why you moved stuff. Don't tell me because I put it in my calculator. Okay, the object of these things is for you to be able to do math without a calculator. Currently, this is how things are set up. So first, I want to commute. I know you're thinking move the 34 here, but let's commute. What would we commute? Justice, any ideas? Yeah. 10. Anytime you can find a 10. Very good. So first we commuted, and we commuted the, what, 26? And then we associated, because the laws of the order of operations would say we have to put these 2 together. Okay, in the end, what do we get? 68? If I did my arithmetic sort of right? 78 would be better. How about this? This is 3060. Thank you. Again, you don't always need a calculator in life. You have a brain. What?
Yeah, because I can't see. So, yeah.
Why would you be confused? Just tell me to turn the light on.
Yeah. Well,
No confusion involved. All right. Sorry about that. Let's move on to number 4. -4, 9, and -5. Yeah, if that ever happens, guys, tell me. What would we commute here first, as soon as the lights come on and somebody's home? What would we commute here, Elizabeth? We're going to move the 4. Bravo. We commuted the 4. And order of operations has me doing 9 by 4 first. But instead of doing that, I'm going to associate those 2 things. And you'll end up with 9 times 20, which in your head you know you can do. Okay. Does anybody really need me to do anything with number 5?
no. Not really. Unless you want to.
It's like the hardest problem.
Anytime you have a multiplication problem, 6 times 2 times 5 times 8 times 9 times 7 times 0. 0. Bingo. There's no point.
That's why you look at the problem before you just start.
Indeed. Yep. You could have gone, well, and came up with 20 point blah, blah, blah. Times 0? No. The answer is 0.
I just wasted my time. This is
All right, evaluate. 33 multiplied by x multiplied by y. 33 times 5 times negative 2. Well, this one's already nice, isn't it? Let's associate these two. What do you get, a negative 10? By 33, negative 330. How are you guys doing so far? All right. Xander, put away your calculator. You definitely don't need it right now. X times 11 times y squared. X is what now? 5.
X is 1. And y is negative 2.
So negative 2 squared? Yes. 5 times 11 times 4. Anybody want to commute the 5?
Yes.
Anybody want to group the 5 and the 4?
Yeah.
11 times 20?
Yeah.
What is that, 220? Yes. Okay. You know, I recognize that the land of calculators has made us very dependent upon electronics, but guys, a lot of math, if you maneuver numbers around, you can do a lot more than you think with just your brain. X squared plus y cubed plus 15. Okay, so 5 squared plus negative 2 cubed plus 15. So 25 plus, what's this? Negative 8. 2 times 2 times 2, and since it's a negative, negative times negative is a positive, positive times that other negative 2, negative 8. Anybody want to commute the 25?
Sure.
I know, it's super exciting. We can associate here 40 added to negative 8. What's the result, folks?
Negative 32.
David, what's the rule when you're combining a positive and a negative?
Then you gotta add that 40 to negative 8, negative 7,
What?
add it, like, you know, go up with negative 8, and negative 7.
Find the difference between 40 and 8. What's the difference? Rhymes with erdy-oo. Yep. Keep the sign of whichever one has a bigger absolute value, 8 or 40. There's your answer. Okay, x plus 6 plus 11. Now, they say to simplify. You can combine together like things. Which things are like? There are 2 things like here. Go ahead.
6 and 11?
Why?
Because they're both actually numbers.
Indeed. What's the sum of 6 and 11?
17.
That's all you can do. X is a variable. This is a number. The answer is not 17x or x17. It is whatever x is added to the number 17. You cannot go any further with this.
Yes.
You okay over there, my friend? Good, good, good. Okay. 10. Just like with addition, you cannot combine like things or unlike things, but you can multiply by them.
What?
So, in other words, what is 9 times negative 5?
Negative 45.
Probably not. What is negative 45 times a? Well, it's negative 45 times a. I have nothing more that I can say about this because they don't tell me what a is. Okay? So you can multiply like by like, but the variable still sits there waiting to be factored in. Yes, very good. Does that make sense?
Revealed.
Indeed. 11. Negative 2 plus y plus 8. What items can be combined here, Hunter?
Negative 3
which gives you what, buddy? Positive 6 is right. The y hangs out because it cannot get joined together with these two numbers. You know what, I didn't show you. Y plus a negative 2, we could have grouped it that way, plus 8, which then would have given us our positive 6. And the y just sits there enjoying the party. Here's number 12. Why is this true? Okay, so think about this. I like to eliminate the easy ones first. Did we multiply by 1 or add 0? No. Then that means identities are out. Did we multiply by 0? No. Then that means the multiplicative property of 0 is out. Did we group anything?
No.
What did we change? Somebody cut it in front of someone else. Caleb. Order, which is what? Good. You're ahead of my Algebra 2 class. Wonderful. Negative 4AB is equal to negative 4BA. So it's not addition anymore, it's multiplying, and all that other stuff, identity no, 0 stuff no. What did we do? Go ahead. We did not group anything. Yes. Yep. We commutative property of multiplication. So commuting can be done in multiplication or in addition without changing the result of the problem. All right, 3 times 8 times 2 is indeed the same thing as 3 times 8 times 2. What do you think here, Hunter? Nothing moved. 3, 8, and 2 are still in the same order. Go ahead. Grouping, which is? So you've got associative, commutative, identity.
Associate.
You group with your associates. Associative property of multiplication. We changed the 3 by the 8 and decided we want to do the 8 by the 2 first. Not really sure it matters all that much in this particular problem. 15, last one. So this is unit multipliers again, which was the last thing in that lesson. And right now they have 80 ounces multiplied by 16 ounces over 1 pound to convert, and they came up with 1,280 pounds. Awesome. Why is that wrong, and what should they have done? We're converting ounces to pounds. Mario, go. In other words, they should have had pounds on top. Bravo. Exactly right. Okay? In other words, and you already are thinking of it as division, because that's what we've always done. We've always said, you separate it or whatever. Well, a unit multiplier is always useful in that you can always think of it as multiplication, but in the end, 80 times 1 is 80, 1 times 16 is 16, and to simplify the fraction, you would perform the division anyways. Get that away from him, please. Thank you. But to make sure you use the right unit multiplier, you must use the unit you are converting to on top. Okay? Trying to think of an interesting one, but since we're converting to pounds, we use the pound one on top. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Like 7.5 kilograms, we want to convert it to grams. So it has to be grams on top. So there are 1,000 grams in a kilogram, just like there are 1 kilogram is made up of 1,000 grams. Which one of these would we choose? The first one or the second one?
First one.
Because the grams is on the top.
Ouch.
When you multiply, your kilogram unit cancels out, and you should have ended up with 7,500. 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right.